in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy everybody. Welcome once again to HT's EDC, and we thank you for joining us today. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Hope you were, whatever it is that y'all were doing with your weekend, hope it was a good one. Of course we had, well, should we call it a football game contest? I'm not exactly sure what that was last night between those Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, but wasn't much of a contest. The Eagles prevailed, and again, it wasn't it wasn't close for very long. So special shout out, condolences to Brother Jason over at Ozark Boy this morning. I know he was pulling for those Chiefs last night. Honestly, I really didn't have a dog in the fight. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, but I was pulling for the Eagles. I have just had it up to here with the Mahomes, Kelsey, Taylor Swift, just ready for a little something different. And different we got last night, so that was pretty cool. And even cooler than that, I know there was a bunch of telecasts, for the game, but the channel, the telecast I was watching, there was only one that I counted, one cutaway to Taylor Swift up in the press box to get her reaction or what have you. And I think a lot of that was because there wasn't a whole lot to cheer about for the Chiefs and her boyfriend last night. But usually if you watch a Chiefs game, you get at least a dozen to 20 cutaways to see Taylor's reaction. And I just want to watch a football game, not a Taylor Swift concert. But I know all you Swifties out there, sorry if I have a bunch of Swiftie fans that are on my channel. Kind of highly doubt it. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get right into what we're toting, and we'll make it quick. Kind of a little silly to show y'all the same things over every day. Y'all don't care what pocket it's in. Honestly, when I started the What You Toting, it was really just supposed to be the knife you were carrying for today. I will accept a multi-tool, but it's kind of morphed since it's kind of morphed into everything, just an overall pocket dump. And honestly, the spirit of What You Toting was just what knife are you toting for the day. So I'm going to start making this. I haven't really decided. I may just go back to that for myself. And honestly, I am a 1 or 2 knife. I'm a pretty boring tote anyway. Truck fob, pocket cross, same wallet you've always seen. So just kind of seems redundant to me to show that every video. And honestly, that wasn't really the spirit of What You Toting to start with. So I may just get back to showing you my tote, what I call my tote for the day, which is my 1 or 2 pocket knives. So anyway, it's kind of just took off and went its own direction, but is what it is. I got this in my pocket today. I showed that to you yesterday. We just got this Saturday, but this is the Cobra Tech Stag Trapper Hidden Release Auto. Yep, has a pocket clip, so definitely more of a modern knife, but does have you know, as far as the pattern, it is a trapper pattern. As far as the chassis, a trapper chassis, and we have some gorgeous stag covers on this thing, but I can't get enough of it right now. I'm sorry. No, take a breath, folks. HT ain't going back modern. This ain't going to turn into a modern channel. I promise. This is just a cool exception right now. Yeah, I'm loving this thing. You know, trapper, still a trapper chassis, which is, you know, a traditional frame. And you already know my infinity for stag, which we're going to get into a little more here in a minute. But and another thing, I got a comment last night. One time in my video, I actually had to go back and watch where I said it. I was like, did I say the word toy? But I did. Had a commenter call me out. Well, he said, I don't call a pocket knife a toy. Let me explain, if you will. It was tongue in cheek. No, knives are tools. I agree with you, sir, 1,000%. They are not toys. When I said that, you know, look at my new toy, kind of like a new automobile you call your baby, you know, a sports car or something. Check out my new baby in the driveway. It was tongue in cheek. They absolutely are tools. I absolutely use these. I've used this too. This ain't just pocket jewelry. I've cut cardboard with this already. I cut some cheese the other day, some block cheese for a sandwich I was making. It's a tool, but I do say this, tools can be fun. You know what I'm saying? He brought up, like, I wouldn't call, you know, you call a gun, you know, a toy. No, sir, I don't call a gun a toy, but, you know, these tools can be fun. I enjoy taking a pistol out and having a day on the range. So tools can be enjoyable. No, they're not tools, especially like an automatic. They are not a toy. What I just say? These are not toys. They are tools. Yes, I agree with you 100%. And especially an automatic. You don't want to, you know, be handling them willy-nilly. But that was tongue-in-cheek. But thought I would explain myself there for a little bit. But anyway, this is in my pocket today. That's my tote. Yukon is on the job. So maybe we can get into it now. And Modified Monday. Quick another swig. Going with some sweet tea. Kind of on a sweet tea kick here all of a sudden. Again, don't freak out. Coffee will be back, but I go through phases. And we're on a sweet tea kick right now, so still getting my caffeine in. But anyway, we are, as y'all saw in the thumbnail, we are back on some stag again, and these were donated to me, and a pile more of this. This is just some I have left. Some old rattling horns here, old set. These were donated to me by my buddy, my brother from another mother, Dewaine. You guys know him as Cross Creek Outdoors. Well, he knows that I got in my new tools, my drill press, I got in a sander and all that, and he knows I'm just, I'm dangerous now, ready to, I use this term loosely, mod, get into a little modding and, you know, try my hand at some of this stuff that I see the A-dubs and the Barlow Brigades doing. So, you know, I'm going to throw my old nickel in the well. It's a pretty dirty nickel. It ain't as near as shiny as those fellas, but, you know, hey. So anyway, he brought me over some old Antler stag, if you will, and I said I'm gonna try my hand at making my own antler beads. I had sent a bunch to Brother Bobby, some of my antler, and I kind of ran myself out of antler. I had a bunch of, old deer heads and sheds and little mounts, smaller deer that just really wasn't worthy for the wall. And I just kind of had them sitting around, and I'm like, and Bobby was, making, well, here you go. He was making pins out of antler. This is one he made me. He makes the beads. He makes a bunch of stuff, RDS, wood turning and acrylics. He makes a bunch of stuff out of antler and stag. So I boxed up all that I had, my surplus of antler, and I sent it off down to Bobby. Kind of a gift to him. He's always been gracious to me. That pin, I mean, the guy's fantastic to me, and that was just, something thought I could help, spread the love a little, pay it forward. But anyway, run myself smooth out of antler. Well, Dewaine said, I got some over here, he's kind of in the same boat. Had some old antler hanging around, or some old mounts, in this case, rattling horns. Won't do it too loud. The Mrs. T, she's still in bed. She'll be killing me. Anyway, he set me up. He knows, I said, man, I want to try to make some of them beads and all. I'm going to try my hand at it. So, anyway, there we go. What you got in the bag there, mister? You ask? Well, let's see how I did. And first of all, I cut off a couple of these. I'm going to give these to Dewaine. Dwayne's going to get first pick of this anyway, pick of the litter, because he gave me the stag. But here's just some that were kind of a little too thin. These are like tips of some antlers and all that I put holes in. My kind of concept for this, and Dewaine can do whatever he wants. I haven't stained these, polished. These are just fresh bone that I've, put a hole in. I have chamfered all the edges on them. So this is nice and smooth, nice and chamfered. But if he wanted to stain these, poly these, I got, there's more of these in here too. Yeah, bunch of these in here that I did. Those are, can be hung from a rear view mirror. I used to have, right now in my truck, I have an old rabbit's foot of a rabbit I harvested, and I got a little knife like a lanyard. It's got a hole in it that a friend made me of like a little Bowie knife. So I got my rabbit's foot, my little wooden Bowie knife as my rear view mirror hangs right now. But these make excellent rear view mirror hangs, necklaces, pendant, whatever. I put a hole in it. That'll be up to Dewaine where he takes that. But get a few of my little creations out here, and I drop you down here. Let's see. Well, I won't drop you down. I'll raise you up. How about we just look at them like one at a time? Here's one right here. Set these down. Get a few of these out here. I mean, I'm not going to be redundant. They're all beads and look kind of much the same, but I'll show you a few of them. Here's one right here. I'll take you around this. What do you guys think? All these edges on both ends have been chamfered. They're nice and smooth. I think they are nice and smooth. As you can see, some of these antlers were kind of light colored. Didn't have, you hunters know what them chocolate horns are. Well, unless you get them old swamp donkeys, them swamp deer down here in South Arkansas, you get a lot of stuff like this. More blonde horns, lighter colored. So what I did is I burn them. I put a little burn on them. So this is that same antler, it's real antler, nothing fake here, and fire. So we have stag antler beads and fire, added a little color to them. I thought that, you know, looked a little nicer. Chamfered edges. Well, put my hand, well, I'm blocking it, dork. Put my hand behind it where you can see the hole. Yeah. Again, probably can't see how clean that is, but good clean holes in my opinion. But there's one. Here's another. More the same. Maybe a smaller one. We got all different shapes and sizes for all different color, you know, kinds of knives. There we go. Maybe put it up to my cheek there and you can see through. Again, I got 16 of these. So I have made myself 16 lanyard beads. And like I said, all shapes and sizes. There's one that's kind of a little oblong. Yeah. Here's a kind of short, stocky, stumpy little guy. Modified Monday. I think this counts. I know a lot of times we're talking about modifying a knife, but what about modifying knife accessories? You tell me, A-Dub, Barlow Brigade, does something like this qualify? I'm putting it on my Modified Monday. I took these and made these, so I think it's been modified. I don't know if it counts or not. Those guys will let me know. But anyway, Brother Dewaine, got you a bag full here, buddy. And got you some of this stuff here. We'll put that back in the bag. So, main thing is I had fun with it. It was my first time, so be easy on me. I'm not a custom bead maker, but I can tell you those are smooth. There's no jagged edges. Like I said, all those around the top and around the bottom have been chamfered. I think they'll work, and all it took was my time, which being medically retired, if you guys don't know, I have quite a bit of. So this is something that kind of helps me not go crazy every day. Winter chicken dinner. So anyway, that's what we did, and big shout out, thank you to Dewaine for providing said antler, and I had fun with it. So there's that. That is my Modified Monday. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And Barlow Brigade, A-Dub, you guys get down in the comments and tell me if that's accepted. Anyway, we love you, and we're going to see you on the next one. I'm HT. The rattling and the jingling you may hear in the background, that's Maddie and Abby. We are out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to